Hey guys, um, I feel like girls are a waste of time, and I feel like we, as men, we waste a lot of time figuring out why we always go back and why we always continue to do it. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about a really weird and just unorthodox experience that I had recently with a female. So right now I'm trying to understand why women think the way that they do, you know? And I'm trying to understand why, like I said, us as men, we have to deal with a lot of things that we don't always speak about. And I'm not saying that women don't, but I'm saying that we as men don't always get the help that we deserve. And anyway, so I want to talk to you guys about this experience. So, Facebook dating, Tinder, whatever dating website that you guys get on. I happen to be on Facebook dating. I have my profile on there as like friends and chatting. So, you know, what that means is that I'm not necessarily looking for a relationship, but I'm looking for a good connection. And I feel like a good connection means like someone that I can spend my time with. If you guys didn't watch my last video, I'll leave that video down in the description below. But a good friend, that's why I have my profile status as friends and chatting. So I met this girl, and we're not going to put her real name in this video, but I met this girl, and we're just going to call her Megan. So I met this girl, Megan, on Facebook dating. And, we matched, whatever, as friends. And what's crazy is we had matched before a couple of months ago prior, but she never said anything to me. So I took it as, okay, you matched with me, you never said anything to me. Were you expecting me to make the first move? Were you expecting me to reach out to you? Like, was I supposed to be was I supposed to break the ice, basically? And so I just unadded her, I was like, I like to think that I'm a very high value man, as many men do. So I felt like if you matched with me and I matched with you, that you would shoot me a message. So you did it, and I unadded you. So a few months go by, and the same person matches with me. So I match again, and I ask her, "What's up?" I'm like, "What's going on?" And she said hi, and I said, "We've matched before," and she acknowledged it, and she said, "Oh, how have we?" And I was straightforward with her. I was like, "Yeah, and you didn't say anything, so I unadded you. What else do you want me to do?" I have never been one to like really chase females. I mean, I used to do a lot of that in high school, but being a grown adult, I really just don't do that anymore. So I was like, you've matched with me before, blah 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 blah. So we started talking and got her Snapchat. She gave me hers, and then we moved over to Snapchat, which I no longer have Snapchat, but we moved over to Snapchat, and then she gave me her number, and then we started texting. So we didn't really talk a whole lot on Snapchat. Okay, so we start talking, and I'm being a gentleman for the most part. I talk a lot differently with women than I used to. I'm very open-ended. I ask a lot of open-ended questions like, what are your dreams and aspirations? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like some like really important questions that are good to know. Why what are some things that bother you? What are some things that you look for in a good person, or a male figure? Like, I just asked it really deep questions. And we kept the conversation going. And here's where I feel like things were lost and could have been better. Things tend to get sexual in conversations. Man, we've all been here. We've all gotten sexual and felt aroused in a text message with a woman, but it usually is, exchanging nude pictures and ha ha ha, it's so big, like whatever you guys do in text messages. We've all been there. So something came up in the conversation and it turned sexual. Now, we matched as friends, so ideally I wanted to be friends with this person, but as I started to know this person more, I left that other option open. So I was like, you know what? I want to be friends with this person. I want to get to know this person really, really well. I want to get to know Megan. I want to get to understand how she works, all of these different things. And, a couple weeks into the conversation, for things to turn sexual, it just kind of made me a little bit uncomfortable. And I know that's rare coming from a man, because women tend to think that we find that, kind of behavior to be arousing or attractive or whatever. But me personally, sex and those kind of things really don't move me anymore. I'm a very goal-oriented person. I like to have a plan of action with a lot of things that I do nowadays, and it was really disappointing, to say the least, on how this conversation went. So I'm going to get into the conversation. So we started talking about how, like, what are some of our love languages, okay? So she started telling me that her love language was, physical touch, and the other one, I can't think of what it was. Physical touch and something else. And I told her that my love language is also that. Like, I like to be cuddled. I like to be, around somebody. I like to have that physical, intimate, like, kind of bond with somebody. But like I said, I was really confused because we matched as friends. So I'm just like, okay. So I just kept going with it. And, she started talking to me about how she had never had her pie ate before. We're just gonna say her pie ate before because it's YouTube. I can't get super descriptive because it'll take this video down. But her pie, she's never had her pie eaten. Okay. So, I went into that conversation and I told her that that's like kind of one of my favorite things to do. Okay, and I wasn't lying to her. Like, that's something that I find, that's something that I do that's very personal for me, because it allows me to give the woman a sort of feeling to where, like, I know that she knows that she's safe with me, and I like to, get down there and experiment in the crevices, But once again, I was very confused on why she was asking these things if we were friends. And I'm like, friends don't talk like this, and I didn't want to talk like this with her if that's what she intended, if that's what she wanted, And in the conversation, she had stated several times that she wasn't really looking for anything serious, and I kind of didn't believe her, because I was like, okay, there's only one real reason why you're on Facebook dating. But I guess she wanted a friend, and if she wanted a friend, I felt like this is not how friends talk. So let's just fast forward. A day comes along and I ask her to hang out, okay? So I asked her to hang out, and You know, we're texting all day. We're excited to see each other. You know, I get dressed. I look good, smell good, which I always look good and smell good, or I like to think so. But I looked good, smelled good, had some nice shoes on, you know, cologne, whatever. And she picked me up, which, you know, I could have drove my car to wherever we went, but she insisted on picking me up. So she picked me up, and we went to, you know, grab some food. So it was nothing weird. It was nothing, you know, nothing weird. I was in the car with her for a little while. We had a good conversation. But once again, things did not seem right. So I'm thinking that, you know, is she, like, I'm confused. I'm like, is she wanting to sleep with me? Is she wanting to, like, just have a quick one, like, quickie? Is she wanting something quick? Like, I was very confused. You know, I bought her food, we sat there and talked, and I was confused on what she wanted. So once again, I'm that guy. I just go along with it. And you know, we kind of did some things that friends don't do. We made out. We kissed. You know, I kind of grabbed her hair a little bit, grabbed her neck a little bit. You know, I'm not gonna get too much into it, but we made out for a little bit, and she reached over and grabbed, you know what she grabbed. And she didn't touch me like underneath my clothes per se, but like she grabbed me in a way that just made me feel really uncomfortable. And for the first time, I can say that she grabbed me in a way that I felt super uncomfortable with. And a lot of females might be watching this video like, oh, you liked it, blah 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 blah. But really, it made me feel uncomfortable because I wanted a friend. So I immediately pushed her hand back, and she was confused on why I did so. And I told her, you know, like, this isn't a hookup. Like, I don't want a hookup. And even if I wanted something more with you, I wouldn't want my first experience with you to be a sexual one. And you had mentioned to me how you didn't want your first experience to be one of those either. So I was just really, really confused. So we talked for a little bit. She ended up telling me that her mom wanted her home, which confused me because you're 21 years old and your mom wants you home, which I understand people have curfews, whatever. But it was like after that moment, things just got a little awkward. So she basically left. I hopped out the car. I went home. She left. She texted me when she got home, and from that point on forward, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, I just checked out. And that's what's brought me to this video is, men, do you guys ever feel like you're used? Do you ever feel like women just genuinely don't care about your feelings? Do you ever feel like you just keep going in this circle with females, or you keep going in this same loop with people, and you just feel like you get nowhere? So I felt like I was getting nowhere with her, and like I said, I was very confused on what she wanted, but I knew what I wanted. You know, I knew that I wanted a friend. I knew that I wanted somebody that I could spend time with. I knew that I wanted somebody that I could do things with. I knew that I wanted somebody that I could trust, and maybe eventually down the road it would have led to something, like I said, but I feel like you can't skip those steps. So for me to sit there and have to go through all of that sexual stuff, I felt like she never cared about any of my feelings, or she never cared about the things that I wanted. She was just trying to satisfy something that she wanted, which is okay, you know, like I feel like that's why people have each other, is to help each other, you know, move past some of their traumas, or move past something that happened to them in the past, or just to move on in life. But I genuinely just felt like I was used. So I want to talk to you guys, okay? But come closer. I want you guys to focus on yourselves. I want you guys to focus on your dreams for one, but I want you guys to focus on your mental and your feelings, because those are important. And you know, men sometimes don't feel when we do things. You know, we get caught up in all of the shiny, we get caught up in all of what looks good to us, we get caught up in the lies, we get caught up in, like I said, what looks good to us. Like, you know, a really pretty girl could walk in the room and we're gonna completely ignore every single red flag because we want to be with her. And you know, in turn, years later, things come crumbling down and we have no idea why. So I felt like this girl, I felt like this girl that I was talking to may have gone through things that I could not understand, or that I didn't understand. And maybe I wasn't allowed, or maybe I didn't have the ability to help her see her potential, but she had potential, you know? So much potential. I still think about it. And you know, if she's watching this video, which she might be, I never once saw you as the person that I saw. I wanted a friend. Like, I wanted to build a relationship with you, but not that kind of relationship. I wanted to build a different kind of love, you know, like a love that I can tell all my friends about, a love that I can tell my family about, you know, that kind of love. And love isn't something that you can just say to someone. It's like all the things that you go through, you know, all the memories that you make, all the things that you have done that nobody else knows. Like, that's what makes you friends, you know. And I'm sorry that it didn't work out with us, and I'm sorry that I kind of just left you to dry a little bit, but I've got bigger and better things that I want from my life, and I just thought that me taking myself from, like, me just leaving from that situation was better for me. So I hope that there's no hard feelings, and I hope that you can forgive me. But yeah, guys, protect your energy, okay? There are so many snakes in the grass. There are so many people that want your energy. There are so many people that want to take advantage of you. And don't let it happen, okay? Number one, look at all the red flags, okay? Don't ignore the red flags, and don't stay at the red light too long. But listen, you know, get to know somebody. Get to know somebody for who they truly are. Get to know somebody for who they truly are. So, yeah. Thank you guys for sitting here and listening to me talk. And thank you guys so much for being here, you know, through this new journey that I'm going through to you know, being mentally healthy. But I want you guys to be at the tip top of your game too. So, yeah, leave that girl. Go get some money. Go achieve your dreams, man. Go do something with your life. Don't get caught up in these women. It's not worth it. If you find a really good one, keep her. But focus. Focus. Alright, guys. I'm out. Pew.